Hey, Mama Dude.
What up, bro?
What's up, bro? All right, so I got the seller on the line. His name is Annie, Hani.
Henny?
Annie, Hani. Yeah.
Okay, Henny. Okay. You're doing the introduction, right?
Yeah. I'll do the
Okay.
introduction.
All right, cool.
All right, I'm gonna merge it.
All right.
Hey, Annie, are you there?
Yeah, I am.
Awesome. So I got my partner Mamadou on the phone with me. Mamadou, this is Hani. Hani, Mamadou. Mamadou kind of knows what's going on, but I just wanted all of us to be introduced to each other.
Hey, Henny, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I'm well. How are you, Mamadou?
I'm good. Sorry, I was finishing my lunch before my wife kills me. She says I never finish my food.
No, I'm the same way. Where are you from originally?
Originally, West Africa is a country called Guinea, but I grew up in Belgium in a refugee camp. How about you?
Guinea. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Lebanon.
Oh, Lebanon? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I had some Lebanon folks in my at the refugee camp.
Yeah, there's
like
actually a
some
lot
kids.
in West Africa as well.
Yes. They own all the
business.
stores. Yeah, I know. Even in Ivory Coast, I went to the Ivory Coast and they own everything over there. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
no
my business partner was telling me about the property yesterday, so I'm not gonna make you repeat your whole, story and where you're from.
No
I just
worries,
found
no
out. But
No worries.
mainly what I was telling him, because he came to me, was like, hey, maybe we should consider a short sale. Now I know the challenge with a short sale, and I was asking him, have you guys even tried a loan mod? And apparently you guys had that conversation yesterday, which is an option you haven't tried, right?
Yeah, so a few months ago when I contacted the mortgage company to talk about, hey, when this, payment thing is up, where are we at? What are the options and all that? We talked for almost an hour, and he even brought up the option. We even went through the whole scenario of, if we did a loan mod. The good thing about the VA is that they can't increase your rate more than 1%.
Right.
It's illegal to do that.
Right.
So, I'd go from 5.25% to 6.25%. Obviously, the slate would be wiped clean, and then you just restart the new payments, which would probably be close to, 5,100 or something like that, versus the 45.
Right.
And so that was an option.
Okay.
My only worry with that is if they're going to start asking for, credit checks and all of that, and I just don't, my situation is not the same situation it was a year ago. So
got it. In terms of the job,
I don't know. Yeah, in terms of, this all started because I was with Amazon as a operations manager. Everything was fine and great, and then they let go of 22,000 people. I was one of them.
I read an article on that.
Yeah, so ever since then, I was trying to build up my own company as a defense contractor. I was even in Uganda and Kenya and
nice.
Trying to create some contracts, and things are going fine, but it takes a while, and you got to build up trust and all that. So and then so this is what got us to this point here.
Yeah.
And the option that you guys present, I do like. I know it's unique. I think it works out for our situation. But when he was mentioning me as far as the 50 or so K that we need to recover, it doesn't seem to work out with the numbers with you guys.
In terms of a cash purchase, I think it would even on the subject too. Because the challenge is when we buy it that way, obviously we don't use our own money, right? We use private money as well.
Right.
So you gotta bring the 45 plus the closing plus depending on what exit strategy you're doing. So by the time you're done, you may be all in like 80, 100 grand. So it makes it a little bit more difficult, especially on this market right now, to be honest with you. There are so many people struggling and money is tight.
Yeah, that's slowing and money's tight.
I'm telling you, yeah. So what we're doing is we have limited amount of cash, so we're spreading it not only to buy more properties, but we specialize in pre-foreclosures as well. So like if I spend 100 grand on one property, that's maybe 3 other homeowners I cannot help, right? So it's sort of a balance as well. So definitely doesn't pencil out, but I think the loan mods will help because then it wipes out. I mean, the bank already made enough money, right? They really just want to get their monthly payment, right? So, and like you said, what I love about the VA is they can only raise it with 1 point, so it's not really terrible.
Yeah, and I don't know if when we do the loan mod, if I'll be able to use the Earl refinance, because when you have a VA loan, you can use what's called an Earl refinance, which is basically a refinance that just restructures the rate. You don't pay anything out of pocket.
Okay.
It's something that's guaranteed for the VA. Okay. So I don't, they don't even ask for anything. When I had my previous home, I did it twice.
Okay.
We were at like close to 4%.
Okay.
And I did it twice, got it down to 2%.
Okay.
But I don't know if it works with going up in rate, and I don't know if I know I can do one for sure, because that was something me and we talked about. My only fear is that we go to do a loan mod, and they have all the qualification stuff that they ask before, and they deny me based on credit or this.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now you have zero income basically. Without being too intrusive.
I have income, I have employment.
Yeah.
And all that. I just more talking about the credit.
Got it. Okay.
But I'm already in the house, so I don't know.
Got it. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. So what's the plan also? Are you guys planning on moving into a different place or
Yeah, we're planning on just moving into a rental.
Okay.
My wife got a really solid regional position, and I'm about to get a really solid position. It just takes time with the government because it's a government position.
Absolutely.
And then everything will be fine and good. So really, it's just more with the house. And when we talked to Susie, it was like, all right, well, if this route doesn't work, then let's just put it up for short sale.
Got it.
So what would that look like if we did it short sale? I mean, are you guys still interested in? You kind of basically have like the insider information.
No, here's the thing. We're interested in both. My only thing is this, right? Number one, when you're doing a short sale, unless the property is like beat up, is way more difficult, and it takes way longer to negotiate with the bank back and forth, right? Because they don't want to back down when the property doesn't need work, right? So they want like basically retail for the property at that point. So it's just gonna take longer. It drags, and then also it affects your credit more than not as bad as a foreclosure, but a loan mod is definitely. If I still have the option for loan mod, I'd rather try it first. Now we do have an in-house bank negotiator that she will go ahead and call loss mitigation and handle all of it. Request the paperwork and all of that. So normally now VA loans is special, but normally in terms of like the income that they ask, she kind of knows where you need to be in order to at least be in a good position with the loan mod.
Yeah.
But in terms of the credit with the VA loan, exactly, I would have to ask her if that's required to do a loan mod. But if that's still an option, is better, is way faster, and we can keep the property as a buy and hold, and we don't have to like come in with because if we do a short sale also, it has to be cash. So let's say the bank says, hey, if you guys want to buy it, boom, $600,000. Now we have to go borrow $600,000 at 8%. I think interest rates are 8% right now. So, and which will kill the deal, right? So that wouldn't make a lot of sense. So when the property is brand new, which I'm working on one right now in Texas, I'm telling you the challenge is the property is brand new, so the bank is not budging. So it's a waste of time, but that was the last resort for that seller in order to help them out. That was the last resort. They've already exhausted their loan modification. I think that seller did so many loan modifications that it's crazy. That's before we step in. So we couldn't help. So last resort was short sale. So I want to use the short sale as a last resort. So I would first rather have the bank negotiator try the loan modification, see how we can go around whatever hurdles.
Basically your bank negotiator would call my mortgage guy. And
Oh yeah,
talk to
100%.
them about doing the loan mod.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So they
So
would
you
need
want me to call my guy and be like, hey, can I do the loan mod?
no, that's not how it works. So first you have to give her a third party authorization. So she's allowed to talk to your bank, or you guys can call on a three-way. Really doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So you can give a verbal one. She will talk to them and go through the options, right? So now, like I said, VA loans have a little bit more, it's not like FHA loans basically. So depending on what the option is, we need to ask, are you guys gonna, like, loss mitigation will tell us if they're gonna request credit and all that fun stuff. Then we'll sit down and see how can we overcome that hurdle if that's a requirement, if that's an issue right now, right? But I think as a first option, if the loan mods work, that will be really, and then another negative thing also about the short sale, if we go the short sale route, technically you cannot really get paid on the short sale. And mostly when I'm working with homeowners that are in this kind of situation, obviously there is always some cash to put in their pockets, right? You can't do that with a short sale. You cannot pay the seller legally with a short sale. But with a loan modification, then yes, we can put some money in your pocket. So if that works, I would rather try that first. It's easier for us and way faster and easier for you as well. So if
let's I mean, obviously it doesn't hurt to try.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Like, we have nothing to lose to try. You don't have an auction date coming up, correct?
Say it again.
You don't have an auction date coming up, right?
What's that?
An auction, like, do you have a sale date coming up with the lender at the auction or no?
Hold on, sorry. Say one more time. You switched over to my video.
Yeah, no worries. So when you in pre-foreclosure, they're trying to foreclose, obviously. Do you have a sale date, an auction sale date coming up or no?
No, we're not even in foreclosure yet.
Oh, okay, you're not even foreclosure. Okay, then fantastic, even better. Then we have nothing to lose to try, because it's only gonna take a week or two to know if it works or not, right? So what's gonna happen with the bank negotiator? You guys gonna call the lender first, loss mitigation. You give verbal authorization. She will talk to them, get all the information she needs. Then you guys will request the paperwork. She will sit down, fill it out with you. You sign it. We return the packet, and see how it goes. Like, it doesn't hurt to try. If that works, that would be fantastic. That would be my first option.
Hold on, just say it one more time. I call which lender?
Whoever your lender is.
Right.
So you will call with the bank negotiator at first, because it's faster.
Oh, call with your call.
Yeah, on a three-way, because you have to give her verbal authorization to talk to them.
Yeah.
Now, typically, we once we get the process started, she will need a written authorization from you. Now, I've done VA loans before, for example, that was with credit unions, and they literally don't allow written third-party authorization. You always have to be on the phone. So I don't know what your lender look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but you guys will find that out once you call them. It's not a big deal, really. But the main thing also why I wanted to have you on the phone is to make sure, because when we do that, obviously I pay her, right? So she's not doing it for free, which is fine. She's an in-house negotiator. But before I do that, I want to make sure I'm on the same page with the seller as far as, like, what is the next step look like? It seems like you're saying you guys gonna rent something, but also if we're putting some money in your pocket, I want to make sure we all on the same page as far as what the amount is up front before we do all this work, and then we bounce back and forth. So did you guys have that conversation yet?
With who? With Ryan?
Yeah, with Ryan, about the cash in your pockets if the loan mod works.
I mean, originally, the conversation wasn't much of a conversation, because I knew that there was a if we end up doing a loan on it, then
you were kind of breaking up. I don't know if it's because you're driving.
Sorry, I was saying, if the loan mod does go through,
okay,
and that can work out, I would personally like to see 30,000.
Got it. Are you you own this house with somebody else or just you?
It's me and my wife.
Oh, you and your okay, and you're on the same page as far as, like, what this process look like?
Yep.
Got it.
100%.
Got it. And I'm assuming you guys also on the same page as far as, like, if it works out, we're taking over the loan subject too, right? We're not cashing it out.
Over the loan, our biggest thing is, and I don't mean this, you know, I don't mean this in any negative way.
No, no worries.
You know, that we're not handing it over to somebody who's like, you know, in 6 months to a year is just gonna F it up this payment, and now we have to jump back and take it back and figure it out. But obviously,
Oh, as you should have. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but that's why we have contracts for and make sure everything's done well. And you know, I looked up the company and I've spoken to Ryan enough to know that you guys are, you know, pretty legit and this is, you know, what you do. And I think, like I said, it's probably not an option that works for a lot of people, but it's something that does work for people. And my biggest question I'll ask you, just like I spoke to Ryan about, was, you know, let's say in a year or two, you know, rates dip down and you know, they get, you know, down to 5 or 4 or you know, lower than what they are right now. Would you at that time then do your own loan mod? Then we get off of the loan, you have it, and then go from there because it would be a lower rate? Or is there a certain type of agenda you have where you wouldn't do something like that?
So typically that's an option, because if that happens, number one, I don't think it's going to happen for the next 4 years. And if it happens in 1 year, I've never celebrated my birthday. I would celebrate it that day. I cannot wait because these interest rates right now are not funny. But yes, if you know, politics, you know, being what they are, like, you know, let's say Trump gets into office and a year or so later, I have a solid feeling that I'm sure rates will start dropping down, you know, things will, but you just never know with the political situation. Absolutely. Affect you, and it does affect you in a big way. Yeah, and with the craziness going on in the world, I'm saying, like, I keep telling my wife, we might wake up tomorrow in World War III. I don't know, right? So, exactly. But honestly, to answer your question, yes, if rates drop down that low, 100% we're refinancing it. And the reason being because the lower the rate, the more we cash flow at the end of the day, right? We're not looking to flip this whole. Yeah, so that's not even a question. If the rates go down that low, like less than 4%, most properties that we bought on this market are actually around like 4 or 5%, right? We try to stay away from anything from 7, just because it doesn't cash flow for anything. It's just, you know, it is what it is. But all those rates that we took over, subject to, like, there's so many real estate agents struggling because they cannot sell these brand new homes on the market. Well, as soon as the rates drop, we'll refinance it. The reason right now it works for us is because we do strategies like midterm rentals, you know, those kind of like high cash flow exit strategies, because regular rentals right now is rough, right? So that's the only reason. But yes, that's an option. That's number one. But let's say hypothetically rates doesn't come down, because we don't control, you know, politics, right? If it doesn't come down, on average, if the market is not a shit show, let's say on average every 7 years, if the property appreciated and we build equity, we actually refinance out to cash out the equity so we can go buy more properties. We don't like to leave equity sitting in the house just doing nothing, right? But again, if you're looking at some point to buy a home and you come to us, you said, because VA loans is depend, right? Like my primary right now, I bought it this way and it's a VA loan. And and this seller here, he had enough VA, how do you call it? Is it eligibility?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So he had exactly. So he had enough eligibility. There you go. Boom. So the debt to income ratio is never in question, because you can absolutely do it. Your debt to income ratio won't be affected, because we can prove that you're not responsible for this. The only thing we cannot overcome is your VA eligibility. If you don't have enough, obviously for your next home, that's going to be tough. So if you get to the point where, and let me ask you a question. Do you have an idea when maybe in the future you will be looking to buy a new home? Like in how long?
Right now, I would say in probably within the next 2 to 3 years, but that's only based on the mindset that, you know, the houses will drop significantly. And you know, once they do, then obviously, you know, people with liquidity will go in and buy homes. But
absolutely.
To be honest, where we're going to be in North Carolina, in the area we're going to be, even if we ended up having to do an FHA, I mean, you know, we're not talking about ridiculous amounts. You know, we're talking about, you know, maybe 400,000, maybe 5 at the max. So at that level with FHA, you're talking about, maybe a 15-20 grand down payment. Like, I at that time, I don't think that that's an issue.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But that's just where our mindset is.
Okay, got it. It's fine. I just moved from North Carolina to Atlanta. Where in North Carolina are you moving to?
We're gonna move to Raleigh.
Raleigh? Oh, nice. I was in Fayetteville.
Oh, so I was in Fayetteville. We were in Linden.
Oh, nice.
With those new houses, just like 20 minutes east of the base.
Yeah, and I know exactly which one you're talking about. My uncle is from the military. He lives there.
Okay, yeah. So that's what happened, man. We had a 3,600 square foot home, 300,000, 2 acres with a 2% rate.
Damn.
Bro, I'm telling you, everything was great, and then they wanted me to deploy again, and I've gone like so many times. I'm literally sitting here with my oldest son, who's half his life I've been gone from. I'm a special operations guy, so it just kind of comes with the job. But
yeah, absolutely.
But then once they said that, I was like, man, we got to look for something else. And a buddy of mine was heading out the door. He had started working for Amazon. He told me about it. I applied, got it within a month. They're like, yeah, we can move your family and pay for this and give you a bonus. Come to Florida. And her parents are like 7 minutes down the road from where the Amazon was going to be. So I was like, okay, we come here. It's the height of the market. You go from a $300,000 place to fucking 680. Plus, these people wanted 20 grand cash. So it's like totally different, and then and you go from 2% to 5.25%.
Yeah, it's insane.
And then they drop you from the position. So, so this is not something where like I'm not. I'm usually a very solid planner and take care of my stuff, my family, but it just kind of hit us from a blind side. So just take care of it the right way, recover and
absolutely. And listen, life happens, man. Life happens. 3 years ago, before COVID, I lost my job myself. So trust me, that's when I got in full time with this, and we've been building ever since.
COVID too, I was taking the real estate test in North Carolina.
Oh, nice.
To do real estate, and I missed the final test by like couple points.
Oh, wow.
on the program that you buy.
Right.
And they wanted you to like repay for the program and take the whole thing again before you go take the state one. I got pissed. I was like, that's that, But now I'm like, okay, well maybe I can do that again before this market starts getting good and
absolutely, man.
Get into it.
As long as you're healthy, there's time,
Yeah, man. I think you guys are doing good stuff. Obviously, investing in real estate and all. So
absolutely.
I just wanted to work out and be able to smoothly transition.
Okay.
Get out of the house. Like you said, put a little cash in the pocket and
absolutely.
make everybody happy.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, with that being said, for the loan, you don't have to worry about it. Honestly, if the rate drops right away, if it doesn't, then we'll just ride it out. And if you ever you buying and you like, what, a VA, whatever, you can always call us and we can have a conversation and see.
I was gonna say, I honestly talked to Ryan about it before and said, hey, in the future, if I do want to buy a house, you guys are a company. Are you good with me contacting you and maybe through you work out a solid way of owning this place or 100%. So I think we can maintain this connection, man.
Absolutely. And when you sell this way, anyway, it's like a marriage, right? It's not like I hand you over, you hand me the keys, it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a loan, so you have to stay in touch. So and we finance properties to people all the time, especially the Hispanic community that they don't have good credit and all that. So we do that strategy as well.
So you worked with it and you dealt with it, man. So
it's
not going to be a surprise for your negotiator.
100%. 100%.
Say what he's got to say. Get us this loan mod and move forward.
This is what we do specialize in. So now it doesn't mean that we have a magic button, but we definitely know how to talk to the banks and work things out. If it doesn't, but at least we know what to try. And we try everything before we say, okay, it's not going to work out, right? So,
Okay.
so here's the thing, two things. One thing is I haven't sat down yet because I want to talk to you first to look at what we will be doing with this property in the back end, because the exit strategy will determine honestly how much cash we're willing to bring to the table. So the 30,000, I'm not going to say yay or nay right now. I don't know. I need to look at the exit strategy. And then also we have to see if these people are open to the lawn mod anyway first. So today what I'll do is the due diligence first about the area, the property, blah, blah, see what's the potential in the back end and if the lawn mod works. And then we'll have one thing I will never do. I will never tell you, like, I will only tell you what I can do, right? So if I cannot do the 30, I'll come to you and say, I can't, this is what I can do. And because of this, if it doesn't work out, it's perfectly fine. But I'd rather do that than, you know, make it seem like this is la la land, right?
Yeah.
So
and this is a great area. You'll see when you look up the specs and stats, you know, family area, Coral Springs, very well known.
Okay.
House with a pool, all the neighbors have their home for like 30, 40 years.
Okay.
So
fantastic. There's no HOA, right?
No HOA.
Okay, okay. And any repairs at all that the property needs?
You said repairs?
Yeah, is there anything that needs to okay.
No. Everything's good. Pool's great. We put up a pool fence, you know, for the baby.
Okay.
All the glass of the homes is all like soundproof and hurricane proof.
Yeah.
You know, that super nice way where you don't need shutters or anything like that.
Nice.
It's a solid house. It's really solid. I did do a brand new motor in the AC in the HVAC unit. So that has a brand new motor in it. That would be it, man. The house has been really great to us.
Nice. Okay. Well, listen. Really, nice talking to you. I will give a call to the bank negotiator today, then do the due diligence. Tomorrow, I think, is what, Thursday. So definitely tomorrow we might schedule you to jump on the call with her and the lender.
I'm with you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate your time, and thank you so much. And drive safe.
No worries. Thank you, Ryan.
All right.
Yeah,
All right, Ryan.
All right, guys.
Ryan.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Did he hang up?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. How did I do?
Fantastic, though. That was great call. I love the rapport that you built there, man. That was really good. It's definitely connected. Being from Lebanon and stuff, that's awesome. So
I know, right?
Instantly connected.
Fantastic. Yeah, bro. So let's finish the due diligence. I was actually, it's funny, the guy that I contacted for the area called me while we were on the phone with the seller. So, and then tomorrow we can jump on the phone with the lender. So I'm gonna have Shikol jump on with him on a three-way with the loss mitigation first, just to see what are the options first. And then, you know, compare that based on his current situation and see what's the best route before we even move forward. The reason I didn't like start fighting him on the 30 grand is because it's not the time right now. It's not the time for that battle. Obviously, we're not going to give him 30.
Yeah.
But I don't want to fight that battle right now.
I figured that. I think he'd even be okay with 10 because
I know too. So
he was telling me 10 before, but he's shooting for the moon. So
yeah. So yeah, brother. So I'll put you in a group chat with my bank negotiator. She's probably out with her husband door knocking right now. You guys can set up a time tomorrow. So I'm assuming maybe around this time to call the lender. And then once you guys gather that information, she will call him. Once she gather it, then we'll know how to move forward.
all right, awesome.
Okay.
Hey, bro, and I appreciate you. And
Absolutely.
I want to make sure I'm actually saying your name right. Do you go by Mamadou or
Mamadou? Mamadou.
Okay, that's what I thought. But you said Mahmoud. I was like, wait.
Yeah, because is that name is popular in West Africa too, Mahmoud. So
yeah.
it's all good.
Okay.
Actually, my cousin's name is Mahmoud.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I think there's also a Mahmoud in Subto, right?
I think so. I'm not sure. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good, bro. I appreciate you, and I'll look out for that text and try to get something scheduled.
Sounds good, Broskin. Thank you, man.
All right, man. Take care.
All right.